Hey Cindy, this is Tanya. Here's my little impromptu demonstration of the Comfortex Envision designer collection. Like I'd mentioned on the phone, this is going to have options for your solar and roller shades, your panel tracks, and also your some options on some Roman shades in here. So this is a big hefty book. I think the price tag on this was around $250. But yeah, it's a good size book. I did take a couple of minutes just to kind of go through and clean it up a little bit to kind of get in a little bit more of an organized fashion, so I could kind of run through this here for you. So in the front of the book I believe it's attached in here, but it does kind of like have like a big built-in brochure that kind of talks about, you know, a bunch of the options available in here. There's tabs over here that kind of give you an idea as you're talking to a customer about some of the different options that are available within the line. Do some real pretty things with some Roman shades. Kind of flipping through this quickly just to kind of give you an idea. Panel tracks are, you know, kind of a step up, I would say, from like a vertical blind. You know, that's kind of a little bit of a dated look. So yeah, something kind of clean and fresh. There are some different options available on the poles that are all kind of shown in here. You can do some cool things with this, like bottom banding on the bottom of your shades. This book also goes into, you know, all of the different options available on the head rail that we'd kind of discussed. So in the motorization options, colors available on the hardware on that. Just a really nice overview brochure. And I'd have to check to see if this is available on its own. I mean, this could be a great selling tool just to have on hand. I'd have to check on that, but kind of getting over, you know, there's quite a few options over here. I've got this kind of organized into what I consider kind of more of solar screen type materials, but they do list that some of these, you know, kind of zoom in here. So in the bottom of each of these decks, you'll see kind of a description of what it is and what it's available for. Roller, flat, Roman shades. You know, you've got some options here. Something like this is kind of more of almost like the plasticky type roller shades that I kind of remember in my grandma's house growing up, but believe it or not, I have had some requests for some things like that. But then it kind of gets into more of like what you would consider like solar screen type materials. Some nice colors. It's got a little bit of texture to it. Some different openness available, 4 and 5% here. These are all pretty solid color looking. But yeah, a really wide variety of colorways across the board on most of these patterns. You know, fairly neutral. Here's one, this Pfeiffer sheer weave. Looks like 4,700 and 5,000. A little bit of a metallic sheen on this one here. This has got a little bit of a stripy texture on these. That's been kind of a popular one with customers here in the past. Kind of goes into the same pattern before it kind of switches gear here towards the back, a little bit more of a basket weave type setup. A little bit more of a fabric texture on this one, but this one I believe 0% open for somebody who's looking kind of for more of like a room darkening option. That's in here. Some really nice materials. It goes through some of the options that are available on the bottom banding. Kind of a unique look. These are, I would say, a little bit more what I would see on some kind of Roman shade or a roller shade. Most of these have a little bit more of a fabric texture to it, but also some cool colors available on this. This is a gorgeous pattern here that we've done a couple of times for customers. They've got some prints that are a little bit unique. Haven't really sold a lot of them, but, you know, they're here, they're available. Some of the pictures I've seen have kind of focused on these, and they just look really cool. Some stripes. Kind of like some more colors and fabrics, patterns. I think I've seen this one in some of their literature, this bright blue with that print. And again, looking at this one in particular is available on rollers, flat Romans, hobbled Romans, or their Elevant series. Kind of a little bit of like a, I don't know, like a starburst type pattern. Some more vertical details on that. This is a nice one. It's got kind of a linen texture to it. Some horizontal striping on the ones in the back, but this front one's kind of a sheer linen. That's real pretty. And I'd imagine at this point you're probably getting the gist of it. I'll kind of flip through the last couple here pretty quickly. I mean, as you can see, it's a pretty big book. I mean, you'll have to build your muscles up to carry this one around. And again, what I really like about this has a little bit of a silkier texture on it. Somebody looking for something a little more elegant. I think it's literally called Silk and Elegance. There you go. And then this Toulon Blackout, which is definitely more like a basket weave type fabric material. Last one in here, Tallure. Some nice kind of natural, neutral colorways in here. So, like I said, this is a really nice book. And I think for the money, I mean, being able to offer that to 3 different lines, or even coordinating a room where, you know, maybe you're looking at doing some rollers or Romans, but then they've got a sliding door. You know, you can kind of really blend in the whole room very nicely. So hopefully this was helpful. 7 minutes long. I'm getting a little chatty here. So I'll sign off. If you've got any questions, just give me a call. Thank you.